what is the art exhibition like?
It's the question to ask students, how can you make a work of art that's no bigger or no smaller than 4 inches by 5 inches? It's the 20th anniversary. And we've hosted the show since 2013 or 2014, I think. And it started off at 12 high schools, back at Fremd High School. And then and over time, it grew to about 40 schools. But the main force behind the show, Mr. Lou Hubbard, he passed away unexpectedly in late summer, I think it was 2011 or 2012. Because of this, the show was put on hiatus. It was devastating for Fremd. So after a couple of years, Mr. Whipple and I reached out to them, and because both he and I are graduates of District 211, which is what Fremd High School is about, and we said, hey, we'd love to continue the tradition, because it looks like you're not going to do it anymore, and but can we be the hosts of that show? And they said, yeah, as long as the faculty award, because there was faculty category besides all the high school and middle school categories, that would be awarded to Lou Hubbard. So it's considered the Lou Hubbard Memorial Faculty Award. So there's 9 categories in high school, 3 categories in middle school / junior high, and any given year it's up to between 1,600 to 1,800 works of art. I think we're going to pass the 2,000 mark here sometime soon. So we have 4 judges that are familiar with high school exhibition work, because they are adjudicators for Scholastic and other art shows, and they themselves are 3 are faculty at an art college and are working artists themselves. One is a former alum, and his specialty is digital arts and photography. And then what happens is, because we want to remove what we call implicit bias, because sometimes people have even subconsciously, if they see a person's name, where they're from, gender, things like that. So we cover all with yellow Post-its all the names during the adjudication. So the only thing they see is the frame and the artwork. So if like 250 works were submitted, there'll be a first, second, third, plus 25 or more will receive honorable mention. Be a judge, because Mr. Whipple or I, none of the faculty here could be judges, because we submit our own students' work to the show.
So kind of like types of artwork are eligible to participate.
So there's analog photography, which is traditional black and white, darkroom stuff. There's printmaking. Then there's drawing, painting. So the 2 other categories, mixed media, where 2 or more materials are combined together. There is digital photography, computer-generated art, relief, which is kind of 3-dimensional but not in the round, and then 3D sculpture in the round. And then for middle school, it's 3 categories. It's 2D traditional, which is like drawing, media, mixed media, and then there's media arts, so that's photography and working with Photoshop, Illustrator, things like that, and then 3D. So those are their 3 categories.
Do you have any like artwork specifically that you like any pieces?
So sculptures are always blow my mind away, because I think personally that's one of the hardest categories, because the students have to have minimum of 4 inch by 4 inch by 5, or 5 by 4 by 4, or 5 by 5 by 4, and they have to deal with the negative and positive space. And there was a lot of kids that didn't make the requirements of the assignment. Painting's a hard one. Painting is very difficult. Digital photography and the computer arts, there was some killer computer art stuff that I was blown away by. I was impressed by the middle school stuff. Middle school kids are just killing it. Both Trauber, Thompson, which come to our school, there was some great work there. I know Plank, Murphy, and Benarsic are going to go to East. There was some great work coming from there.
Part in it,
Yeah, it costs $40 for each school to enter, and they are guaranteed 30 pieces to be entered. Us here at Oswego, we built in the 4x5 into our curriculum because it's a great way for kids to start learning how to do materials.